All right, folks, get ready for the I don't know what is this, the cowabunga pizza turtle thing here. With something the nutty turtle, the people, the shells, the what are they, samurais? Anyway, this is the last video for the turtle series. I actually not uploaded the previous one upon recording this, so I'll get it all together. So I'm going to be showing off our buddy Raphael and another foot soldier. Um, and I just actually noticed something a little bit different about the box art. Anyway, so I was talking to some people about like turtle designs, and a lot of people kind of say, well, the turtle designs all kind of look the same, or they're all Toon Turtles. Now, I'm not. Here's what I'm gonna say. I'm not really a huge fan about the Toon Turtle design, but to me, this is not. This is it's a little away from the Toon Turtle. It's more of a generic, because they got it for the video game today. They look like the video game Turtles arcade game, and have Toon Turtle influence. And this is more like promo art Turtle, closer to the Archie comics look. So there's people that get really specific about that. I don't get too specific with regards to the Turtles. I just like a good looking Ninja Turtle. I do have my preferences. But you know, I like these. I do like these a little bit more than the figure arts. In fact, I like that their pupils are look a little dilated too. So dilated. Love that word. Anyway, so we're gonna open this guy up and we're gonna talk about him, and we're gonna bring out his brothers as well. All right, and we're back. We're back here, and actually, you know what? I just wanted to show off my Texas #1 mom knife again to open this guy. I'm not going to open it up for you. I'm just going to do the magic of editing, and I don't know why I did this. Unpaused it. Let me pause it again. Sorry. All right, we already opened this guy up, and I wanted to point out a couple of things that I found a little bit interesting. First of all, he had his size, and I dropped one a while ago. I opened it up, and I guess it came out, and I thought perhaps that I had lost a size. Anyway, it comes with some pizza, and you could put. It's cool because it has a little hole on there, so you can connect the sign. A little hole. You can put the sign through the pizza. Now, or the pizza through the sign. He actually comes with like the other turtles. He comes with different hands, and these are the grasping turtle hands. Now, the other hands I really couldn't. There's some nice little gestures or whatever. These I'm actually preferring the alternate hands for Raphael, because with these particular hands, I'm going to put them on right now. They're not the easiest to throw on or stick in or shove in, but they're secure. Look how they're angled to where you can actually put the sign in the manner that Raphael would hold them in. So it's pretty cool. I like that, you know, like looks a lot more cooler than him just holding like that, like, you know, like that. So use your words. Anyway, so here's our Raphael. Pretty cool looking. Ooh, what is this? A little plastic there. I don't know if it's stress marks or I think it's just paint. It's not a big deal. Again, just a really cool looking figure. Now, Raphael is one of my favorite comic turtles from the Mirage series. I liked him in the movie a lot too. The cartoon was kind of a weird version of Raphael. He's cool but crude. He would like you to give him a break. Now let's talk about the foot soldier. Very similar to the last folger. Very nice to the folded neck. Very nice and very cut. Let's do this again. Very similar to the Folger's crystals. No, very similar to the last foot soldier. And we're going to see if there's any differences. We're busting this guy out right here. And he is exactly the same, except he comes with different weapons. Same expression, which is cool because they're just, you know, army builder robots. But he has different blasters. I like this one. I remember seeing, I think I recall seeing these in the cartoon. It's been a while. But this one also resembles the one that would come with General Trag, I believe. So, except that one was a lot bigger. Anyway, pretty cool. It's cool to get at least 2 foot soldiers. You gotta get at least 2 foot soldiers. So I think it was pretty cool, pretty nice, pretty smart too, of Neca to be including a foot soldier and a single turtle. So you have someone to fight with, and you have, you have an opportunity to add to your collection. And who doesn't want several foot soldiers? I don't know. I was never happy with just one. But for the longest time, that's all I had was just 1 foot soldier. Anyway, we're moving on to comparing this, folks. Actually, you know what? I forgot to do this. Here's just to show you what it would look like if the pizza were on the side. There you go. How do you like that? I like Raph's expression here, too. I'm glad they didn't give like him the wisecrack smile. You know, they all look very concerned, very serious. We're serious Ninja Turtles. Anyway, let me bust out some other Raphaels. I'll be right back. And here we have the Legion of Raphs. Yeah, and you know what? I went diving into my toy collection. I have the turtles kind of all in one central location. So I found some more Raphs too. But let's talk about, this is OG Raph right here. This is 2000, whatever, Fox Kids Baby Raph, or Kid Raph. This is the Mirage Turtle kind of looking. They were going for the Mirage look on these, and these were like the comic turtles. Raph. Here we go with movie Raph. I lost a sigh! Let me get you some other ones here too, since I should have done this with the rest of them, but you know what the hell. Now these came out. These were the Playmates Classics. Some of these started coming out with little odd-looking eyeballs. You know what? I'm still missing the Donatello one. These are still, I guess, pretty decent figures for what they are. I'll put them back here. Get that Raph there. Let's get, Fox Kids Raph. I like this Raph a lot. It's got a very mean face. Yep. How you guys holding up? All right. Let's get one of the more recent Raphs, which is also pretty cool. I think all the Raphaels have turned out pretty good. This is from the Nickelodeon series. My army of Raphaels. And here is a special future evil clone Raph that actually has 2 right legs. Yeah. Someone on eBay sold me that. And it turned out to be a 2 right leg Raph, evil Raph. So we'll throw them in there. And also, as a bonus, I'll put one of my custom black Raphaels in there that I did when I was a wee lad. Not a wee lad. I want to say maybe about 20 years ago. I did this because I had a spare Raph, or spare turtle, and decided I wanted him to look like the Archie Comics Raph. So I'll just put him back over there. Just a whole bunch of Raphs. So take a look at these. And how do you think this guy weighs out compared to all these? I mean, this is a... Well, I mean, you want to say he is a $25 figure, if you don't count the fact that he comes as a, well, no, he's more about maybe about $27 figure, because it's what comes out to about $55. So, do you think it's worth it? You know, I mean, these, let's see, now, the bigger Playmates Raph right there, that one cost about $20. You know, back in the day, you know, you'd get your regular Raph. He was about like $5 or $6, and then the price started going up. These were about $10. Really well articulated too. So these are actually kind of a bit more expensive, I think, than the movie figures. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. Trying to see something. Well, one thing I just noticed right now: the sides of these guys. Look at that. Nice little detailing right there. You never saw that in the cartoon. So yeah, there's our little collection of Raphs. An army of Raphs. Yes, I'll join your army. Anything for wonder. Alright, let's just put all the Raphs there. I'm going to take a little snapshot there. Oops. Raph, don't fall down. Oh, come on. Jeez. I'm sorry, folks. I'm so sorry. Ah, there you go. Anyway, so I'm going to move on. I did... Well, hold on real quick. Let's see if I can do this. Nope. I was going to bust out... Oh, wait, here you go. Just for fun, let's get a dumb-looking knockoff Raphael right here, too. Look at that. That's that... That is a knockoff Chinese Raphael. They used the original movie Turtle bods back when, and they kind of give them more of a simplified color scheme. They weren't that expensive. You could probably still pick them up. They're not that bad, actually, except for the paint job there. But yeah, here's our army of Raphs, and here's the guy that started it all. So anyway, we're going to move ahead to talk about some of the other figures, and I'm going to start busting them all out. So just give me 1 second. And here we are with the entire gang here. And I've included, of course, the previous Playmates Rocksteady and Bebop, since the new Neca ones are not out yet. But we've gotten a good preview of them through New York Toy Fair. But yeah, very satisfied with these guys. Finally happy to have them all together, complete. It's pretty cool. I keep referring to these more as the cartoon intro turtles, which is fine, because that's kind of how I always wanted them to look in the series. Started noticing, as like, yeah, I mean, I remember as the season progressed, as it went to like season 2, turtles looked worried all the time. They had these funny teardrop looking eyes, and they never really were too expressive because their mouths were always shaped the same way. You never saw them with giant grins, or just always had that same weird look. And the animation started suffering as well. But I'm glad we got this rendition. These look very close to the intro turtles with some of the video game design. But I think also some of the anatomy is a little tiny bit of a throwback to the comic turtles, just a little tiny bit, since they're not as dumpy as they were in the cartoon. So they're pretty cool. They look like even though they look cartoony, they look like badasses, and I'm happy about that. Now, it's cool. Have you noticed I put one of the foot soldiers on the ground, because if there's anything that would happen very often in the show, would be you'd see a foot soldier getting knocked out right away, or you get one being thrown or tossed, and they'd fall down like bowling pins or whatever, or they'd get a tire and put one over with a tire through one. So anyway, I think Neca did one hell of a job with these figures. I didn't realize how much money I spent. I mean, this was already about like over $200 worth of toys. But it's I'll tell you one thing about the Raphael. I picked them up immediately as soon as I saw him, because he was the last one. Actually, these things are going pretty fast. I haven't been to a Target since last week when I picked them up last Friday or last Saturday. It was last Saturday. I was on lunch break. I went. I snatched him. He's the last one, because at the start of the week they had, I want to say they had maybe about 15 total boxes, and the Leonardo figures were the ones that you would get less of. I wish they would have more, or maybe people had seen Leonardo and wanted to get him right away. But when I got there, it looked like they had just put him out. So when I went back a few days later, all that was left was Raphael. And but I'm glad I waited on him, because I had an instinct. I said, well, people are going to want to get Leonardo first, because it comes with Shredder. It comes with one of the better renditions of Shredder that's been out for, well, just ever. This is probably one of the, aside from some third-party releases, this is the most accurate cartoon Shredder we've ever gotten. Same thing goes with the foot soldiers and Krang. Now, I think a lot of people's mindset was, well, the next turtle that a lot of people do like is Michelangelo. That seems to be the hit one, but he comes with a foot soldier. So they had to weigh it out. And they said, well, this one does come with Shredder, and Leonardo's cool because he has the swords. But a lot of people's favorite turtle still is Michelangelo. That being said, he came packed with a foot soldier. Then you see Krang and Donatello. Krang's very recognizable. He's an iconic character. So I think people started going for the Krang right away and then went for the Michelangelo. That's the order that I went in. I said, and I was thinking, well, what do I think people are going to get first? So I want to make sure to get it. So I'm glad I was able to predict that there was going to be more Raphael available. And but I hope people that are looking for him will find him. I certainly hope that. Because I think these are the kind of figures that are durable enough that they're sort of made for everyone. Now, here's one of the things that I was thinking about in my head, aside from possible future releases. If they put out a Master Splinter, would you want to see Splinter more so with a Mouser? Would that be worth $55 right there? Or would you want to see him with the likes of Rat King? Because a Mouser is pretty small too, so you have two small figures. Then again, we did get Krang, so I don't know. I would like to see a pair of Mousers with Splinter or Rat King. So I think that would be pretty cool. Or Casey Jones, because he may end up being a larger figure, and put him with a pair of Mousers. But the other thing is, like, the problem that I see with this is availability. Scalpers is a big problem, because these are going to be in high demand. People love turtles, and kids love turtles. There are kids out right now just still watching the old cartoon. That's going to really suck. They want a turtle that looks exactly like that, what they saw, and you're going to get scalpers online. They're going to be selling these for double the price, maybe triple. That's what I started seeing with the Playmates figures. People started really going for them. Now they're kind of lowering in price because they've released these, of course. So that's what happens with figures. If they get a newer, better version of them, the price of the original tends to go down sometimes, or the demand goes down. Now, I'm still very curious about Super 7. Are we going to get a Raphael that is more of this shade? Which would be cool. It would be cool to get a different version of Raphael, or are they going to go straight for a more accurate cartoon look? I don't know. But I am excited and curious either way. Anyway, so I just wanted to share all this, and I'm glad y'all checked it out. Hopefully, if you were not sold on these, maybe these videos helped you decide whether to or not to buy. It's going to be an investment. It's going to be a good $200. If you can get several at the same time, I would recommend doing that, just because you don't know who you're going to run into next. Or if you're, let me rephrase that. You don't know if you're not going to see them at the store next time you go. There you go. Use your words. So again, I'd start off with a Leo and Shredder, and then do it probably the same order that I went. I think you're going to see a lot more Raphaels, just because Michelangelo is a slightly more cartoon. Michelangelo is a slightly more popular character. So people are definitely going to want to go for him. But it's good to get these foot soldiers. It's good to get a couple of these guys here. And anyway, well, that's it, folks. I've talked a lot about these turtles. It's already about 20 minutes. Honestly, I thought it was going to take a little bit longer, but I'm glad it didn't. Anyway, thanks for checking this out, and we'll see you later on.